All honey helps to heal wounds on animals or people and can be used as a biological wound dressing. Honey speeds up the healing of wounds because it is acidic, which helps more oxygen to be released from the blood so that the wound won't support the growth of infection. Honey draws fluid out of the wound. It suppresses inflammation and it speeds up a wound's ability to shed dead tissue. Honey covers the wound to stop bacteria from entering and stops the wound from dehydrating. It has a broad spectrum of antibacterial properties, but that can vary from one kind of honey to another based on what particular flower the honey comes from. Manuka flower honey is the best for healing. Using honey on wounds is ancient medicine. Records show Sumerians using honey for wound repair in 2000 BC. There are now bacteria that don't respond to antibiotics. The medical world has looked back at history to find alternative ways to heal wounds. Honey bandages have been put on diabetic ulcers that were unresponsive to antibiotics, and they were able to heal the wound quickly. Honey's active components are flavonoids, phenolic acid, organic acid, enzymes, and vitamins. Honey bandages, creams, and ointments are now available to the general public online, as well as Manuka honey. But buyer beware. Honey can be put on burns, cuts, scratches, diabetic boils, skin abscesses, ulcers, cancer wounds, septic and surgical wounds, etc. I mentioned in yesterday's post New Zealand as having Manuka honey shrubs, but Australia and Tasmania also produce Manuka honey, and it is highly likely that the shrubs originated from Australia. There are a lot of counterfeit or adulterated honeys on the market labeled as pure Manuka. That's why I said buyer beware. Be assured that both the Australian and New Zealand governments have issued a ruling that all Manuka honey to be exported must be tested and certified as pure. They can trace every jar of honey to the very hive it came from. Often you will see the initials ULM, which stands for Unique Manuka Factor, on labels with a number that indicates the level of antibacterial properties in that honey. The ULM numbers go usually from around 5 to about 30. The ULM testing helps give legitimacy to the Manuka honey for consumers. In order to label it as pure Manuka honey, these chemical markers are tested. Methylglyoxal, that's the key one. Dihydroxyacetone, that's the other key one. Leptospirin, hydroxymethylfurfural, and DNA of the Manuka pollen. So this will reassure us that it's been thoroughly tested and is pure. The two key ingredients of the Manuka honey that indicate that it's an exceptional healing substance is the methylglyoxal and the dihydroxyacetone. As you can see in the picture, any honey graded as ULM 5 to 14 is considered as a therapeutic or a breakfast honey. From ULL 15 to 19 is considered as a supplement level that you would take for your health, like a teaspoon every day that you put in your coffee or just straight into your mouth, or for your overall gut health. Levels in the ULM from 20 plus have the highest levels of active ingredients to heal infected wounds, and at that top level, 28 plus, is medical grade honey for hospitals and veterinarians. For the Australian scale, the honey must have a minimum standard of the methylglyoxal, the dihydroxyacetone, and the leptospirin. There is a natural presence of methylglyoxal, which is MgO for short, and hydrogen peroxide in Manuka honey. While hydrogen peroxide is found in all types of honey, Manuka honey is unique because it has a high concentration of MgO. An MgO rating is a standardized measure of how much methylglyoxal is in the honey and is an indicator of its quality. Now that was a ton of information. I clap for you if you made it to the end of this video. I hope it wasn't too boring. It was hard for me to decide how much info to share, and I actually edited out a lot of stuff, believe it or not.